What happens when the two most powerful leaders in the Western world are suddenly cut off from their vast security networks? The new Prime Video summer blockbuster throws this very question into a high-octane blender of action and comedy. Released in the summer of 2025, this film doesn't waste time with subtle political commentary. Instead, it presents a gloriously absurd scenario where global diplomacy is replaced by buddy cop antics. The title itself is a clever play on words, suggesting not just the official roles of its protagonists, but also the impending clash of egos and wills that will define their unexpected and dangerous journey across Europe. This is a movie that knows exactly what it is: a fun, loud, and wild adventure. The premise is straightforward, yet filled with explosive potential. The story kicks off when the chiefs of staff for the United States and the United Kingdom decide a joint appearance would be a fantastic public relations move. The goal is to show a united front, but the personalities involved are anything but harmonious. Their leaders are forced to fly together on Air Force One, setting the stage for what should be a carefully choreographed photo opportunity. However, the flight takes a disastrous turn when the iconic aircraft is attacked by terrorists over the skies of Belarus. This single event catapults the film from a political satire into a full-blown survival thriller, stripping our heroes of their power and prestige in an instant. This explosive opening act serves as the perfect catalyst for the chaos that follows. The world believes its leaders are dead, lost in the fiery wreckage of the world's most secure airplane. This presumption of death gives the two men a unique, if terrifying, opportunity to operate in the shadows without the weight of their offices. They are no longer the president and the prime minister. They are just two men, woefully unprepared for the wilderness and the highly trained mercenaries hunting them. Their only assets are their wits and a reluctant, newly formed partnership. The film immediately establishes the high stakes, promising an adventure where survival depends on shedding their political skins. From this point forward, the movie becomes a relentless chase across hostile territory. The two leaders must navigate treacherous landscapes, evade capture, and figure out who is behind the attack and why. Their journey is not just a physical one, but also a comical exploration of their starkly different approaches to problem-solving. One relies on brute force and misplaced optimism, while the other favors cynical planning and sharp intellect. This dynamic is the core of the film's appeal, turning a potentially grim survival story into an entertaining spectacle of action, humor, and unexpected teamwork against impossible odds. The adventure has just begun, and it promises to be a bumpy ride. At the heart of is the brilliant pairing of its two lead actors who embody their characters with gusto. Idris Elba plays Sam Clarke, the six-year incumbent UK Prime Minister. Clarke is portrayed as weary, cynical, and intellectually sharp, a career politician who has seen it all and is thoroughly unimpressed by his American counterpart. Elba brings a grounded, charismatic grit to the role, making his frustration and eventual camaraderie feel entirely believable. He is the straight man in this chaotic duo, the voice of reason constantly clashing with the sheer absurdity of their situation and his companion. His performance provides the film with a much-needed anchor of credibility amidst the mayhem. On the other side of the political aisle is John Cena, as Will Derringer, the goofy and fame-loving US president. Derringer's backstory is pure comedy gold. He's a former underwear model who leveraged his celebrity status all the way to the White House. Cena leans into his well-established comedic persona, playing Derringer with a delightful mix of naivety, unshakable optimism, and surprising physical prowess. His character is the source of much of the film's relentless humor, often delivering corny jokes and proposing harebrained schemes that drive Prime Minister Clarke to the brink of insanity. The clash between Elba's seriousness and Cena's buffoonery creates a classic odd couple dynamic that fuels the entire movie. Supporting this duo is a fantastic cast, most notably Priyanka Chopra as Noel Bissett. She plays a formidable MI6 agent who also happens to be Clarke's former love interest, long presumed dead. Her sudden reappearance adds another layer of intrigue and personal stakes to the Prime Minister's desperate situation. Chopra shines in the role, delivering both compelling dramatic moments and slick action sequences that prove she is more than capable of handling herself. Also notable is Paddy Considine as the villainous Russian arms dealer, Viktor Gradov, who chews the scenery with menacing delight, and Jack Quaid, who provides additional comic relief as a bumbling CIA operator running a safe house in Warsaw. The chemistry between the leads is the film's greatest strength. The constant bickering and witty banter between Elba and Cena are genuinely entertaining. One memorable scene involves the two leaders attempting to steal clothes from a rural farmhouse, resulting in a ridiculous argument over who gets the less conspicuous outfit. Another funny moment sees President Derringer trying to use his celebrity charm to talk his way out of a confrontation with armed guards, only to be met with complete indifference. These moments of levity, expertly woven into the high-stakes action, transform from a standard action flick into a thoroughly enjoyable buddy comedy on a global scale. Directed by Ilya Naishuller, known for his work on the action-packed film, is a masterclass in staging over-the-top action sequences. The film's style is intentionally preposterous and self-aware, embracing the feel of a big-budget summer popcorn movie. The action is relentless, featuring everything from intense firefights in dense forests to high-speed train chases and explosive confrontations in bustling European cities. Naishuller's direction ensures that each set piece is visually dynamic and thrilling, keeping the audience on the edge of their seats. The film never takes itself too seriously, allowing the action to be as fun and creative as it is destructive, perfectly matching the comedic tone set by the script. What makes the film's globe-trotting adventure particularly fascinating is the magic of its production. While the story takes audiences to Belarus, Poland, Spain, Italy, and Croatia, a significant portion of the movie was cleverly filmed in the south of France. The production took advantage of France's generous tax rebate program, using the diverse landscapes of the French Riviera to stand in for at least 8 different countries. This behind-the-scenes fact adds a layer of appreciation for the filmmakers' ingenuity as they transformed local French settings into a sprawling international playground for their 2 runaway world leaders. The production team's creativity knew no bounds. For a sequence set during Spain's famous Tomatina festival, the crew used the French town of Sospel and an astonishing 40 tons of fake tomato sauce to recreate the messy celebration. The Lingostière train station in Nice was convincingly transformed into a station in Warsaw, Poland, for a thrilling chase sequence. Furthermore, the industrial port of Nice doubled as the port of Trieste, Italy, and the beautiful Château d'Ité in Grasse served as the luxurious villa for the film's main villain. Even the interior sets for Air Force One, a British pub, and a Serbian bar were all constructed at the historic Victorine Studios in Nice. This clever use of locations allowed the production to overcome disruptions, including the 2023 Hollywood strikes that halted a planned shoot in Italy. By consolidating filming in France, the team was able to create a visually expansive and varied film that feels truly international in scope. The seamless transitions between these supposed countries are a testament to the skill of the production designers and location managers. The result is a vibrant and dynamic backdrop for the action and comedy, making the chaotic journey of the president and prime minister feel both grand and authentic, even if its geography is a well-crafted illusion. Upon its exclusive release on Prime Video, garnered a decidedly mixed reception from critics. Most reviews agreed on one thing: the film is the epitome of mindless, disposable entertainment. Praise was frequently directed towards the charismatic performances of Idris Elba and Priyanka Chopra. Elba was lauded for lending a sense of gravitas and dry wit to the proceedings, effectively grounding the film's more ridiculous elements. Chopra was similarly celebrated for her tough, capable portrayal of an MI6 agent, holding her own in every action sequence. These performances were often cited as the highlights that elevated the movie beyond a simple, formulaic action comedy. However, John Cena's casting as the goofy president proved more divisive. While some critics found his comedic timing and earnest portrayal endearing, others felt his character's constant stream of corny jokes became tiresome over the film's runtime. This was part of a broader criticism leveled at the script, written by Josh Applebaum, Andre Nemec, and Harrison Query. Several reviewers pointed out that the humor, while initially amusing, felt relentless and occasionally undercut the tension of the life-or-death situations. The screenplay was seen as prioritizing gags over a more nuanced plot, which some found to be a significant weakness. Despite these criticisms, the film was widely acknowledged for its high-budget production values and impressive action set pieces. Director Ilya Naishuller's flair for kinetic, visually inventive action was a consistent point of praise. Critics enjoyed the explosive, over-the-top sequences that defined the movie's second half. The film was generally seen as delivering on its promise of being a summer blockbuster, providing plenty of spectacle and thrills. However, many concluded that while it was a fun ride, it lacked the substance or originality to have much rewatch value. It was, in essence, the perfect movie to stream on a Friday night and forget by Monday morning. In my own opinion, is a film that knows its audience perfectly. If you are looking for a thought-provoking political drama, you should look elsewhere. But if you are in the mood for a fun, easy-to-watch action comedy with 2 leads who have fantastic chemistry, this movie is an excellent choice. It's ideal for viewers who enjoy the buddy cop dynamics of films like or the action-comedy blend of. The movie successfully delivers on its simple premise, providing laughs, explosions, and a globe-trotting adventure. With a potential sequel teased in its final moments, it seems this odd couple of world leaders may yet return for another chaotic mission.